All right, guys, as you can probably guess by the title of this video, I ended up pushing it just a little bit too far and didn't know when to back off. So I have the last couple of weeks, I've really been doing a lot. I've jumped on the P-rail a lot. I've jumped on the rail here at the park a lot, which I'm at the park right now. So I did come to the park today, but I'm not skating. So I've just jumped a lot and skateboarded a lot and ended up twisting my knee a little bit on Sunday. It's Tuesday now, so I'm going to show you a picture here of what my knee looks like after basically 2 weeks of abuse to the arthritic knee. So that's exactly what it looks like right here. So I thought I would talk a little bit about kind of how to, I wouldn't say know your limits, but how to tell if you're approaching the danger zone as you get older. You know, when you're in your 20s, probably even a little bit low 30s, you don't really worry too much about getting injured. But I'll tell you, when you get into your 40s, 50s, definitely 60s, pushing hard 4 or 5 days a week, it really takes a toll on your body. And you got to kind of recognize some symptoms before it's a little too late, like I generally don't do. So for me, the first thing I noticed, my knee starts to swell. But, you know, unfortunately, that knee has arthritis. It's always bigger than my other knee, so it's always a little bit swelled. And I tend to ignore that. But, you know, if you notice kind of swelling or pain in any of your joints, you got to start saying, hey, I got a yellow light here. Maybe not a red light yet, but I definitely got a yellow light coming on, and I need to take a little bit of caution and think about what I'm doing. So the second thing I started noticing, and you guys have probably noticed it on the past couple of weeks, is I started falling a little more. And the reason I started falling is because my knee would give out. It would just, you know, especially on the skateboard, doing the drop ins and everything, it's my front leg. And so it kind of takes the brunt of all the transitions. And I was starting to fall more and more and more. And of course, the more you fall, the more it hurts. And the more it hurts, the harder it gets to heal. So that was number two, was I just started falling more, and that kind of just added to it. And then the third thing I noticed was my warm-ups. When I would get to the park, it would take me forever to feel like I was actually warmed up and ready to do something. So normally, you know, Seth can come and warm up. He's like one lap around the park, he's ready. And me, I probably 5-10 minutes, I feel really good, I'm ready to go. But as the weeks were kind of progressing, it was taking me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I still wasn't ready to like try some tricks that I had done, you know, tons of time before. And it just felt like it was taking me longer and longer and longer to warm up. So by this time, I probably should have had a red light flashing saying, take a break, take a break, take a break. But no, I was making progress. I was making progress on both the inlines and the skateboard. And man, that's just addicting. You got to keep going. So it was hard to stop. And then eventually the last thing happened. And so the last thing, the final thing was, not only was I falling more, but I was just getting sloppy even when I wasn't falling. You know, I was making mistakes on the skateboard and on the inline skates both that I would normally not be making. I mean, I do make a lot of mistakes, but I was just like doing things that normally I would not be doing. And so, you know, I should have paid attention to all of that stuff. And I ended up Sunday tweaking my knee here on this volcano, doing some rock to fakies. And it was all because I just wasn't all there. I said I was sore. I had fallen in my driveway earlier that week. That was another thing. I mean, just hit a stick in my driveway and crunched really hard. So yeah, I had all these red flags that said, take a break, take a break, take a break. And then, you know, tweaked my knee on Sunday, and now I'm kind of forced to take a break. Fortunately, it's not like the MCL tear. This is an easy, quick sprain. It's swelled up a little bit and it's sore, but I'll be back on the skates and back on the skateboard, hopefully this weekend. But I'm just taking a break today and kind of stuck here because I didn't take a break when I should have. So, you know, ultimately, if I can offer any words of advice here, I would say, you know, listen to your body. You kind of know how you feel day to day. You know when things are approaching a red line, and you know, if things are starting to hurt, you're starting to make mistakes, you're a little tired, the warm-up doesn't quite go as well as it should, take a break, you know, take a couple of days off and, you know, give it a rest, give it a break, live to skate another day, which is ultimately better than being in a situation where you're injured. And like I said, this one is not the worst injury I've had. I'm only maybe a week I'm out on this. My leg already feels almost better. It's just swelled up still, but you know, being injured this sucks. There's no way around that. And if you can avoid it by just paying attention to your body, paying a little bit more attention to how you're skating, how you're feeling when you skate, paying attention to your warm-up, then you know, avoid the pain, avoid the struggle of trying to recover and live to skate another day. So as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate any comments, especially if you guys have had times where you didn't listen to your body, where you pushed it too hard, you didn't back off when you needed to. Let me know what you did and how you recovered from that. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.